It's all right. I got something that you gonna like. Is that the truth? Are you talking trash? Promiscuous girl just popped into my head. But anyway, it's my life. Let me live it. I do what I want to. I'm just like, hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. Um, Today has been an interesting day. I also love these like pastel-y shirts on me. Like this one is like this baby blue. Hey Malika. It's like a baby blue, light blue, and then I have like a pink shirt. I don't know. I want to get more like pastel colored shirts. I am going to get more pastel colored shirts. Like I would love a lilac or a purple one. I should have got some tea and honey. Thank you. Girl, today was a day. Today was a whole day. It started with the ram. And then it was like there was like the air of today was like confusion and drama and like things just not really working right. Yeah, like a lilac. Yes, like I need it in my wardrobe. Um, and then, well, not necessarily for me personally, but today I basically got the okay. She was like, you didn't really need me today to go through the checklist, and the checklist is the only thing I really need to know before I can work on my own. So I'm gonna be on Sunday to Thursday. My weekend is gonna be Friday and Saturday. Howdy Eve, howdy Reem, how y'all doing tonight? How you doing? Oh, hey Skywalkeress, how you doing tonight? How you doing tonight? I'm feeling a little bun moment. But let's see if I have any things. I wasn't gonna put any shorts on. I was gonna Winnie the Pooh it, as Rob says. I mean, I'm wearing underwear, but I was like, just in case I gotta stand up, I don't wanna. It's like I ain't necessarily trying to be out like that out there, not like all the way, all the way, all the way. But yeah, so first there was that confusion, but I got cleared basically to do my stuff, which is nice. I feel like Arthur from Fire Force with my hair like this. And then so I went to the restroom, and every time I go to the restroom, I say hi to the ladies in the back, and I was like, "Ah, thank you, Reem. You're so sweet," and I do. I was like, "Hey, how's it going?" She was like, "You know what, Patrick? Honestly, it's kind of rough." And I was like, "You know what? The theme today seems to be confusion, miscommunication, and stuff just not going right." And she was like, "Yup." Oh, Reem. Girl. Hey, Skywalkeress. Ariel! Oh, snap. Your internet is back. Well, we are so glad to see you back. With the Dolphins? I was just talking about Dolphins with my brother earlier. Because so Nintendo is going to be bringing some Sega games back. And one of the games they're bringing back is Echo the Dolphin. So, how has everyone been? I hope you've all been well. Also, I realize that it's fine. Well, oh snap! Hold up, 1 second. PTO is like, it just hit different. It just hit all the way different. And like sick time, it hit different. You used to be obsessed with dolphins growing up. It also reminded me of Wizards of Earthsea. How they were like a lot of the dolphins used to be wizards, but they gave up their own truths. You never was until you had a dream about them. Oh yeah, the dream that you shared about trying to save the dolphins. I forget what was wrong with them. But yeah, that was the energy of the day. And then so first there was like confusion, miscommunication, stuff not going right. Then there was a communication and it was like, okay. The drama girl. I did not necessarily expect it. I don't necessarily want it, but it is what it is. And then the other dude, today he was pretty good. I was like, what? He went from being here. Every time I was like, hey, how you doing? He was like, I'm here. And then yesterday he was like, I'm okay. I was like, what? You're okay today? Usually you're just here. Today he was good. I was like, love to hear that. But by the end of the day, things calmed down. Uh, and I was looking at the clock and I saw this. Well, I guess it was this. Well, the cameras. It was a clock and it looked like there was a finger pointing up to 12. And I was like, what does that mean? The only thing I could think of would be midnight. It's either midnight or noon. I mean, noon is like, I'm coming back from lunch at noon. Um, so I was going to ask Siri to pick me a number between 1 and 12, and then to pick a number between 0 and 59 to get like a time. And then after that happens, I guess I'll figure it out. 1 midnight gone, 1 midnight gone. Right? All right, anyway. Let's try to summon. Whenever it gets this late, I'm like, Rob is probably about to go to bed. Hold on. You're gonna get some snacks? Okay. Hey, Holly. A huge butterfly cloud? Butterflies have been like popping up. I was leaving work today, and as I approached the door, I saw an orange butterfly fly by. And then I step out and I'm looking for the orange butterfly, and I see like a white or a yellow butterfly. And then I see that orange butterfly again. And last night, this video popped up talking about butterflies and what the different colors mean or whatever. I'm just like, okay. Your friend saw a cloud shaped like an angel. No, I ain't getting no like cloud messages like that. Let's see. What time is it? I also need to like get on them zodiacs. I still gotta finish the rune cycle. Now I started the um what was the other one? The data info cycle. And then I started this one. Oh, the before, after, and in between cycle. Just sent a little telepathy to both of them. To who? The butterflies or to the clouds? Hey Siri, choose a number between 1 and 12.
A random number between 1 and 12 is 11.
It's 11. Is this 11 p.m. or 11 a.m.? Am I going to do two 11s? Where's some paper for me to write on? I had a little notebook. I don't know where it went. But I guess I'll write on this. Oops. So it's 11. I guess I can ask Siri to flip a coin. Heads will be AM, tails will be PM. Hey Siri, flip a coin.
Heads.
Heads is AM, so this is AM. Hey Siri, choose a random number between 0 and 59.
A random number between 0 and 59 is 24.
So we got 11:24 AM, which is like not too far off of noon. What am I doing? At first, to me, it was a little weird. Now I'm used to it. When Scorpio came out, I was like, wait. But then when like he sat down for Sagittarius, I was like, okay. My brain just couldn't connect his voice to his face without the facial hair. And it was tripping me out. I saw that thumbnail pop up. I was like, what? What am I doing with this? Maybe nothing. What am I doing today? I don't know. I'm tired. I want to just talk. It's like a big character change. The good thing about a baby face is that when you get older, you can look younger, I guess. So that's what people say. People are like, when you're younger, then people think like you're not 18 or 21 or whatever age you have to be to do certain things. I know that can annoy some people. But they say that when you get older, you appreciate it. What am I going to do? Hey, Siri, what am I doing today?
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
Not what's on my calendar. I don't know why. I could use the Spirit Keeper's Tarot. Eve, you're here, right? Eve, if you're here, um, give me a deck to use. I don't know why Eve in particular. I'm pretty sure I saw Eve. Yeah, Eve's here. Eve, what deck am I using today? Bet he get carded. At a certain point, I'm sure it becomes a compliment. My mom, one day, when I was still in school, I went to the dining court with my mom, and the lady was like, "Do you have a student ID?" Or, and my mom, my mom was like, "Well, she thinks I'm young enough to be a student." And then there was this other dude, and he was like, "Hey, ma'am," and she was like, "Ma'am, I don't look old enough to be a ma'am." I was like, "Okay." Ooh, it was funny. Ooh. What a combination. Okay. I haven't even thought about this deck in a minute. I look at it every time I count my cards because it's the last deck I have up there. But ow. Let's see. You hate when people call me like, no, I'm a kid. She was like, man. I was like, well. When people called me sir, though, that was weird. When people was calling me sir, I'm like, I'm literally maybe like a year or 2 years older than you. Like I am. Don't what? I'm like, I don't know why Frozone and his wife, Frozone's wife from The Incredibles, when she was like, I am your wife. I'm the greatest good you are ever gonna get. When he was like, it's for the greater good. She was like, you are not jeopardizing my evening. No. You know how long I planned this? What was her name? Honey? Was that her name? We never saw her. Oh. My cards are doing this thing where they just like fly onto the floor, and I'm not a fan. Like, these cards know how often I lose them. Can you like not, please? There's already one deck I have somewhere that's incomplete. I don't even remember which one is missing cards. Where did they go? Well, Eve, the wild unknown cards have disappeared into the ether. So I'm going to get the Whispers of Lord Ganesha first. Oh, gosh, and this card almost flew out. Courage and Empowerment. Yeah, I'm just like, oh my gosh. It's funny because Empowerment came out in the Calling All Retroheads reading. And it wasn't until after the reading I thought about it. But Eris came out in the Liberation card between Empowerment and Utopia, I think. No, that was Oneness and Utopia. But before I put the cards away, the Empowerment card came out. And it was the girl on the unicorn holding up the sword with the lightning bolts. And then at the end, after we were talking about Eris and Mars' dynamic, the Prince of Swords came out with the dude on top of the bird holding up the sword with the lightning in the back, and it was almost like the same energy. So, right? They're like, guess. If it tried to disappear, there may be a secret. If you don't say that it's a secret, then we don't know that it's supposed to be a secret. You're spoiling it, Eve. Okay. It wasn't supposed to be known that it was a secret. So on the way home from work yesterday, when I had my appointment and I had to leave early, I noticed for the first time there's this sign. It said, all I remembered from the sign is that it said Ings. And I was like, that's so weird. And then Russell sent me a picture from when he went somewhere, and ING was carved into a stone. And then when I pulled out the runes later that day, Ing, the water metal, Ignite the water metal, was on the bottom of the deck. And so on the way home from work today, I was looking for the sign, and I thought I had missed it because I wasn't seeing it. But right after I was like, oh, I missed the sign, I saw it. And it said, we are the Ings of Quiet. Now, it's probably supposed to say Kings of Quiet. I'm assuming it's supposed to say Kings of Quiet, but there was no K. So I was like, the Ings of Quiet, like, that's mysterious. I was like, that's what, some kind of high priesty type energy? Can we, like, see what's in there? So it kind of was going to be a secret, but it's fine. And the Whispers of Lord, okay, let me, Lord Ganesha, what can you tell me of the silence? The Ings of Quiet. Wait. So we have a 27-9, a 25-7, a 33-6 or 33, a 31-4, and a 6. So Enlightenment came out, which is this purpley crown color. Enlightenment with the purple lotuses. Talking about lilacs. Secrets can be whispered. Oh, okay. So I'm going to whisper this reading. And if you can't hear me, then you weren't meant to hear me. Okay. So. Okay. And then Be Candid came out in blue. And then Guidance came out. And I think this is when Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva went to go and meet Ganesha. And I think I read in one of these that Ganesha actually named Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, or gave them their roles as the preserver, the creator, and the destroyer. And then after that, it's decision. And the bottom of the deck is fulfillment. We'll see what this is. Maybe this ain't about the Ings of Quiet. Because it says Be Candid. Oh, trying not to knock over my water. Oh, I'm missing 2 Sharpies. And I just found one. It's like a turquoisey light blue color. Can you see it? Can you see it? There you go. I feel like a beauty guru all of a sudden. Okay. $11 is a 2, 24 is a 6, fulfillment is a 6. I don't have any 2s on the table. Oh, I just got super warm. Oh my gosh. But let's see. If I keep picking up cars off the floor, people are going to think my floor is a mess. People are going to know my floor is a mess. Oh, I found them. Ooh. So the cards that went on the floor, it's the 9 of Pentacles and the Mother of Pentacles. This is my Riemann Bun Buns card. The 9 of Pentacles with the Mother of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. And this is literally Ing. Ignite the water meadow. That's what Ing looks like in the runes. The Ing of Pentacles. Bottom of this deck is the 8 of Cups. But I don't know if I'm going to take it. Bum 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 bum. I'm going to attempt. Let's see if my hubris will be the end of me. Oh, let's go. Oh, who was that? Oh, hi, Benny. Ba-ba, ba-ba, ba-ba. We'll see, Ariel. We will see. Oh, man. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups. The Devil came out on top of the Ing of Pentacles, which is the 9. I think I said the 10. Or I thought it was 10. It's the 9. Face down on top of the Mother of Pentacles, the Hermit came out. So when the Devil is Capricorn and the Hermit is Virgo, this is more Capricorn, this is more Virgo. Mother of Pentacles being Cardinal Earth Capricorn. The Knight of Pentacles being the second decan of Virgo, which is the Capricornian decan of Virgo. It suddenly got quiet. Well, we are the ings of quiet. Something happened recently. I think it was with when the she, like everything was the she. Thank you again, Eve, for that reading. It reminded me of, I think it was the ool water that I drank with Reem. And there was the thing that happened. And there was the "we're waiting on your light" message. And I thought about that. That's not necessarily relevant, but it did pop into my mind. It does feel a little quieter, though. It does feel a little quieter. Angels and airwaves, we don't need to whisper. Oh, thank you, Matthew. Hello. Matthew's like, shout, shout, let it out. These are the things. These are the things I could personally do without, but so now there's one card for every one of these. So Enlightenment would come out with the Hermit, not surprisingly. And they're both a 9. Enlightenment is 27-9. The Hermit is number 9. So Be Candid would be coming out with the Mother of Pentacles. And there's something about, oh, and look, in the Mother of Pentacles, it's green, blue, and purple, but it's like heavy emphasis on the blues. There's something about being candid, like what it nurtures in others and what it further nurtures within ourselves. Guidance is coming out with the 9 of Pentacles. Guidance with the 9 of Pentacles, it's almost feeling like we've reached the limit of what we can on Earth in a way, without it opening up in a way that it's meant for more than just one person. Like with the 10 of Pentacles, like it's family, it's multi-generational. So it's outside of the singular incarnation or outside of one's own. It's like one person only needs so much, right? But when you get more people, then the needs increase. And that's why the 10 brings even more in. But it's almost maybe like if you're in a self mode, then you'll only be fulfilled to that because you don't really need any more for self. And then the Devil is coming out with decisions. And that makes sense. It makes sense. Fulfillment in the Ace of Cups is gorgeous. Fulfillment in the Ace of Cups at the bottom of both of these decks. Okay, I'll take that. I think this actually works from right to left. The Feast of Michael is today. It is today. Shayna told us about that last night. There was a whole bunch of feast messages. It is the color like the Sharpie, isn't it? Like the Sharpie I found on the ground. There was a feast was the name of the day yesterday. Feast was the word of the day yesterday. Maybe I'll just read the taglines and we'll see. We'll see. Reemy, while you're here, I guess I can ask you, because it's kind of sort of been on my mind ish lately. Soul Miner just got sleepy. Eve's house got quiet. Oh, I didn't even see you say that. You agree on the quiet. It feels like angelic energy, but you're not sure if it's angelic. Gotcha. I missed that whole message. LOL. Some of us only whisper. You do more than whisper. It's not how you say it, it's what you say. Sometimes. What did I just say? What was I saying? This works from right to left. So first, it's decision with devil energy. Decision with devil energy, it's interesting because this is a space where maybe in the past you didn't think you had a choice, or it's a situation where for whatever reason you feel like you don't have a choice, or either you're made to feel like you don't have a choice, but you do. You decide anyway, even when the decision seems like it's already made for you. So it's almost like that's what begins to cause cracks and fissures in the paradigm that you're living in. Now, because you make those choices and decisions that break you out of that, I don't want to say matrix, but that break you out of that paradigm, you get guidance on how to open yourself up to get the 10th pentacle. Now, in this deck, this is a huge hint, wink, 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 because the 10th pentacle is inside the pinnacle that's in the middle. That's where the 10th pinnacle comes. It's like there's one that forms inside the centermost pinnacle. So it's the space for the 10th pinnacle is already there. You actually don't need to go outside of this space to get it, but that's also part of the journey, I guess. Right? That's such a common journey motif. You go here and you go there and you go all over the world to find out that what you needed or what you were looking for, you had along your journey the entire way. Oh, I was gonna ask you something, Reem. It's fine. It's fine. So after we get guidance on how to go beyond almost like the physical limitations, or the like, it feels like a hard coded limit. Or is it soft coded? No, it feels hard coded. And so it's like a backdoor type of energy, I guess. Then we come into the Mother of Pentacles and the Be Candid energy. Be Candid, I'm actually going to read, but that's when we come into this. And after we come into the Mother of Pentacles, Be Candid energy, that's when this enlightenment follows. The enlightenment and the hermit. But it's like it's a truer enlightenment because of the way it sees the world and because of the way it interacts with the world. It's almost like while we're in double energy, we don't get a true picture or idea of what the world is. And it's not until the Nine of Pentacles into the Mother of Pentacles energy, which is the teacher of realms. So that's why it's Be Candid. It's the teacher of realms. It's not the sage of realms. Um, It's like after we get to experience the truth of what earth energy is, we come into a completely different understanding. And that's what the Enlightenment and the Hermit is all about. And after that, we get the Ace of Cups, which is the Ace of Essences. It's almost like we get to the point where we decide who we are. But it's deciding who we are. See, like this happens so far away from the devil energy, because when we're in devil energy and we decide who we are and who we want to be, a lot of our choices and decisions is informed by devil energy. It's like, I don't want to be this, I don't want to be that, I want to be better than this, I want to be just like that. And again, it's almost like that's why you have to break it before you can really choose and decide who you want to be. Because it's like before that, all of your choices and decisions, it's motivated by devil energy. Even if you're not like deciding to do whatever devil energy is urging you to do, it's almost like you make the opposite choice and decision, and choosing the opposite doesn't work for this space because that's not a real choice. All right, I gotta go to the restroom because I've been drinking a lot of water, so I'll be back. See, it's a good thing I put on shorts because I had to get up. Oh, I remember the question that I wanted to ask Remy as soon as she reminded me that I was going to ask her a question. I know what it is. I was wondering if there's a shortcut to this energy, but I don't think it is. Because this is like it's lined the steps. I don't know if this is the shortcut. I might. We'll see. Hey, Reem, heads or tails? I love Chance and Siri, apparently. Heads or tails, Miss Remy Healings? I actually like 11:24 a.m. Tails. Hey, Siri, flip a coin.
Tails.
Siri agreed. So my question was, so when it comes to, hey Kimley, when it comes to witch frequency, is that something that is actually supposed to be talked about, or is it something that's like discovered? Because I've just been like wondering, because I see it pop up every now and then, but every time I see it pop up, or every time like in the context that it comes up in, I'm always like, I don't know if this is necessarily something that like, I mean, the Be Candid card is here, so maybe. I don't know. That was my question. Because you keep putting me on blast. You like, oh, Patrick's going to channel this. Okay. Someday, not today. I feel like from what I get, I've already talked about it. I just haven't talked about it saying like this is iWitch frequency. Um, it's actually like, well, there is a magic. It's fine. So that will be to come. Thank you for that. I guess I was hoping I wouldn't have to talk about it. So let me read through these and then see. We'll see. So we'll start at number 31, which is decision. I wish I had the book for the Wild Unknown. Consider all your options and make an informed choice. So decision says to consider all your options and make an informed choice. And again, this is the energy that would either make it seem like we don't have choices and options, or it would make a certain choice and option seem a lot more favorable, depending on whatever it's like it's internally motivated. That's why the devil's hooves are so hot. Because it's like it's something that we are already concerned about. It's an area of life where we already feel powerless, or it's something that we already really want. And it's like if it's something that you desire greatly enough, you may be willing to compromise your integrity and your morality to get it quicker or to just get it. And it's the space of like not doing that. Either not compromising your integrity, or it's the space of realizing that you have choices and options even when you feel that you don't. There's almost, it's about what it creates the space for. And that's the thing about the Nine of Pentacles into Ten of Pentacles, right? It's about creating space for that extra pentacle. But going from the 9 to the 10, it's like, again, the Nine of Pentacles is the limit of what one person can hold. And so to go beyond that almost necessitates this Mother of Pentacles energy in a way. A whole bunch of like, I don't know, like this don't necessarily seem like a secret, but some people would treat it like it is. Guidance is all about learning to communicate with your soul and discovering and manifesting your purpose. Wait. Guidance is all about learning to communicate with your soul and discovering and manifesting your purpose. Learning to communicate with your soul. And this is the 9. What's the 9? What is 9? Oh, that's interesting because the hermit is 9. So it's like the hermit of no. 9 is mastering. 8 is the apprentice. 9 is the master. 10 is the evolved. So this is the master of realms next to the teacher of realms with Be Candid. It is essential to express your truth, even at the risk of standing out. Oh, I didn't finish watching the Reams Daily today, but I know it was about honesty because I was at lunch. I know it was about honesty and it was about communicating your truth. And when we communicate truth, especially to like, when we communicate the truth of our soul with the universe, it creates a stronger resonance because there's less room for interpretation that can be experienced as distortion or disturbance or a delay. And I love it is essential to express your truth, even at the risk of standing out. Expressing your truth after you learn to communicate with your soul. You learn to communicate with your soul, express that truth in a space that isn't determined by your physical environment, your physical reality, what you desire, or anything like that. And I like that it's coming out this way. I like that it's coming out this way instead of the other way because to experience the truth of one's soul, to experience truth on a soul level, and then to do, say, speak, act out of alignment with that, it feels like it, like, I feel like we can already experience acting in ways that aren't ourselves and how we feel when that happens. But to take an even deeper truth and to do the same, it's like, I wouldn't want to feel that. I feel like I felt close enough in my life. And then the Enlightenment card 27. Connect to your true source to manifest your desires. So it's a journey. Truth expressed reciprocates into truth received. And it's this journey of becoming more and more and more and more true, more and more authentic, and getting closer and closer and closer to who we are. And there are times where a truth can change, it can deepen, it can evolve, whatever. 27 is a 9. Yeah, so there is a 9-9. So that's Lady Gate, the Ganunga Gash. There's also the 9 of Pentacles. So there's a 999. And for me, that's this card. The Ace of Cups for me is Wellspring. It's the space where um, I don't know how to describe it. but it's almost like it's the space where the soul, it's the space within self where the soul bubbles up. And it's because of the light that pours into the cup or it pours out of the cup. And again, it's the energy of, like, finding your source. And that's why it's the ace of essences. To be in a position where you get to decide who you want to be outside of all external factors. Like, you have to know yourself. And maybe it's not necessary, that's still a decision. Um, it's almost like the water decision calls the fire soul into being. Almost like we create the conduits and the channels, the framework for all of that to flow through. And this is a deeper contract fulfillment. It's fulfillment beyond a lot of stuff. Oh my gosh. I love horchata. Horchata. My rum chata is gone. At first I was like, oh, what's this? Yeah. Sorry. The water that nourishes the earth. All of this is earth. Capricorn, Virgo, Capricorn, Virgo. No Taurus here. It's not fixed. It's not fixed earth, which in and of itself is a message. And I feel like we treat earth like a fixed element, but it isn't. I don't know if it would be more mutable or cardinal. But if you look at it as like changing, like change is constant, people say like the only constant on earth is change. And so I guess it's fixed in that way because it's almost always like running through these cycles, right? But is the nature of a cycle, or is the nature of it being cyclic in some way? Does that make it mutable? Because we have mutable Earth and cardinal Earth. Hey, Starberg, how you doing? What? I am feeling better. Thank you for asking. It's a fixed mutability. Yeah. It's a fixed mutability, but it has cardinal capabilities. Maybe Earth is like it's the all modal, the all modal. It's fixed in its like nature of seasons and cycles. It's mutable because of the seasons and cycles, and it's cardinal because like anything can be birthed here, and then over time it adjusts its seasons and cycles to the grander seasons and cycles of the planet. I gotta go to the bathroom again. I've drunk too much water. Too much water. And I guess this is what it's not what it's time for, because we always have this opportunity. But maybe it's charting a different course. To me, from where Patrick sits and stands and looks at the world, it feels like we're coming into a time that has almost, at least here in some way, never existed. We have the opportunity to come into a time that has never existed. And it starts here. Oops. Well, devil energy's on the floor now. I don't mind picking it up in reverse. I picked it up in reverse. Hey. It starts after we break out of devil energy. And it's interesting because I guess, speaking of Mars or whatever, it was Mercury. I think it was the Mercury retrograde that came out with temperance into the devil and then the devil into the tower on calling all retroheads wrestling around. I mean, it doesn't really feel like a proving ground, though. It doesn't feel like a proving ground because proving ground feels like it's related to a test or something. And this doesn't feel like a test. Like this energy just is what it is. There is no, like, there are tests that accumulate, like, overall, that, like, put us in this position. But this itself isn't a test. It's like in this space, there's nothing to prove. Because by the time you reach this point, you've already proven it. Because again, it feels like if this were a test, if this were a proving ground, there would be influence. By the time you reach enlightenment and the hermit, the ace of cups and fulfillment, especially at the ace of cups and fulfillment, there's no influence. Because if there was influence, like if it were a test, if it were a proving ground, that would influence who we choose to become. And it's about making that choice and decision in a way where we're actually free to make that choice and decision. The freedom of choice here Like, that's what almost separates this energy from a lot of other energies. That's also the reason why it's like it's pushing us to know the truth of who we are so deeply, rather than all of these different truths that we're constantly sort of like immersed in. On the road to find our own truth, we inevitably end up picking up others, a lot of us. And we try to hold and champion the truth of another as our own, but that doesn't work in this space. It's not going to get you past the hermit, at the very least. See, but this isn't about rising either. Yeah, it's a very void energy. This is an extremely void energy. And it's that void. I don't, it was, maybe it was the daily yesterday. I don't watch all the videos I want to watch. I think it was Miss Remi's daily yesterday when she was talking about, or was it a reading that you did, Reem? Was it the Taurus reading? Was it the Green Man Mandala? I don't know. But it's like in the void, it's not that there's nothing, there's everything. And that's what this is. It's a person's everything. We look at all of who we are. And that's why like the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Realms is directly connected to the Ace of Souls. Or not realms, the Ace of Essences is directly connected. Not even to the Ace of Souls. It's like if you could go through your entire Akashic library and pick and like rebuild yourself, knowing all that you have to offer, all that you've accumulated and accomplished over the years, where you get to put the best parts of you all in one place, and you got to pick some not great parts of you too, because we're still human. Because then what it does is that's the truth that we embody, that the universe resonates to around us. And it reminds me, I didn't watch the whole video, but I think it was Rob Scorpio reading when he was like, sometimes we think of the universe as like this grand, great big cosmic thing, but it's literally like my laptop, my webcam, like interacting with you. It's the room I'm in. It's like everything outside of me, and even some things within me. Yeah. It's like I couldn't even keep track before. Oh wow, Starborn Verg. Where's Kizzy Cat? I see a Christy or Kirsty. Kizzy Cat. Hey Kizzy Cat, can't wait to see you. I hope I make it tomorrow. I don't get off until 4. And the live's at 2. But see, it's not even about integration either. That's what makes this so like integration is one of the many steps to reach this point. Integration is like that's this here maybe between Be Candid and the Mother of Pentacles. I mean, I guess it's a part of it. Like integration is between Be Candid and the Mother of Pentacles and Enlightenment and the Hermit. Once you reach fulfillment in the Ace of Cups, it's not about, it's just like it's being. It's not rising, it's not proving, it's not a test, it's not integration. It's like, it's just, it just is. Almost like how the divine just was and then created everything in a way. And that's the source point. This is my source point. I said it was what the wealth wellspring or something like that. Before this was the wellspring, the first, like what this was first to me in its highest sense was Sourcepoint. This is literally the point where we separate from source. This is the point where we separate from the all. So this is as close as the all as you can get without being subsumed into it. Because once you're in the all, you're no longer you. And again, it's almost like approaching a limit. It's that right before you hit that point, like that, like where you start. That's this. And that's why there's so much of this that just sort of like is. That's why this can't be influenced. That's why this isn't anything external. This isn't anything that anyone else can tell you. And it's different for all of us because there's something that Source wanted to experience through our specific incarnation and lines of incarnation. Connected to everyone that we've been connected to, a sum of all the experiences, sure. That's why it's so close to the void. That's why it is void. I gotta go to the bathroom again. Yeah, I missed your voice the first time. Everyone's like, Kizzy Cat's got that smooth voice. I'm like, wait. I think this is also why it's important to, I would say why it's important to experience, but because it's almost like devil energy is like all of that filtered into the world. Devil energy is this in context of everything, but we're trying to find this outside of the context, which is what makes this so whatever, right? Now, do we ever reach this point? It's possible. This hasn't been source point for me for a long time. I hadn't even thought about the Ace of Cups in this deck as source point for a minute. Willow Pillow, hi. I can't, like, one of my drinking is one of my vices. If something is in front of me, I'm gonna drink it. I don't know why. It's poor self control. When it comes to liquids, I have no self control. I'm just like, ooh, a drink. I must drink it. What is fulfillment? Let's see. Fulfillment is no matter what you want to do or become, you will achieve more with knowledge. Under fulfillment is energetic movement. Be focused on your highest goals and intentions in your day to day activities to create real transformation. Ganesha dancing represents a very focused kind of motion and activity. I don't know. But this is what I got today. And this is 11:24. What I love about this being 11:24 a.m. is I think a lot of times we put a lot of emphasis on midnight. I guess this is reminding me of not necessarily the Aksunare energy, but things are born in the dark, but they evolve in the light. So is this the point of, and then noon is like where the sun is highest in the is when the sun is highest in the sky, right? So like this is after shadow work and after all of that. Cuz shadow work is still like us birthing ourselves in a way. Like you don't know how strong you are until you have to be that strong. While you're still discovering yourself, while you're still integrating, while you're still going through the test, improving, like all of that is in the dark. All of that is the birthing process of the self. But to actually evolve is in the light. Because it's almost like you can't evolve something until you know like what it was. It's different than discovering. Now, is this where the evolution starts? Maybe. I keep like the Two of Swords and energetic movement is behind this card. I just saw the Four of Wands. Oh, snap. Okay. So the bottom of the deck now, we're starting with fulfillment in the Ace of Cups. Now, this with the Two of Swords and energetic movement, it's almost like this is where we get stopped if we try to approach this energy before everything else is done. It's going to be like this continual eclipse, never really being, always sort of struggling. But behind this, it's the High Priestess and insight. And now we see the third eye. We've seen the crown, we've seen the throat. Now here's the third eye with the High Priestess, which is, I guess, accurate. Maybe the Two of Swords and energetic movement with the sun and the moon being in an eclipse. It's simultaneous birthing and evolution. If this is simultaneous birthing and evolution, I can see this being the space of like things that we fail to heal, integrate, whatever, from incarnation to incarnation. So it's almost like we've grown and evolved in a lot of other ways, but there's something that we were consistently missing. And now, like, that's the bottleneck on everything. So it's like if everything else is at, like, if it's like up here, right? And then this is down here. It's like as soon as this raises, if we look at it like a weakest link type thing, that's how we simultaneously birth and evolve. Because it's like it's the space of just the things that are the least developed within us, which is interesting. Which I like when I got the message, allow the world to be rewritten, I immediately knew that for me. I was like, this is new for me. I've never done this before. Because usually I'm like, it's a wrap, it's over. We're not going to figure it out. Humanity is doomed. We'll wipe the board, wipe the slate, clean it all off. We'll try again. And I do get to experience an entirely different side of my everything now. And as I open myself up to this everything, to this that I've had the most resistance to, again, it's like it brings everything up. Because other things I've already done, I've already mastered or whatever. It's just this stuff that brings things together in an entirely new way. And then insight with the high priestess. Insight with the high priestess, it's like it makes that which is otherwise cryptic or unable to be explained or understood understandable. It's almost like something unlocks, like a translator unlocks within self. But I don't know. You feel like you're in labor. Wait, I gotta go. I think all my water is gone now. So I'm gonna go to the restroom and I'm gonna shut this down. Take this as it resonates, or don't, or just like be like, oh, that's like really cool. You know what I mean? Do whatever you want with this, because after this is released, I don't have no control over it. You know what I mean? You're gonna do with this whatever you will. So I don't have to say take it as it resonates every single time. 10 of Cups and 29 positive outlook is at the bottom of this. That's a 10 and an 11. I saw something today. It's the word X's, I think. I don't know Greek. So like the XI, I think is it Xi or Xi? I think it's Xi. And it's XIS. I took a picture of it because I was like, what is this? What does it mean? Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. Adjective, being one more than 10. The cardinal number that is the sum of 10 and 1. I was like, why does the sum of 10 and 1 have a theme? But that's what it is. X's. And it's this 2911. We've had 25, 27, and 29. So it feels like on the spiritual side, on the etheric side, this polarity, duality is established. This is us coming into a space of change while this is still fixed. And then it's us coming into a greater spiritual knowing while this is still fixed. And then it's us reaching a completion while this is still fixed. And it takes us from 7 to 9 to 11. I guess I knew that word would come up. So, no problem. I was kind of sort of thinking, like, what's something that, like, not only I can, whatever, but it's like, what's something that will, like, push me to the bounds of my understanding in a way. This may also be an energy, again, like within our incarnation and our line of incarnations. This may be an opportunity to actually push our soul closer to source. It's almost like if there's a knot on a string or something and you can like push it up so that it gets closer to the whatever. And maybe that's what soul evolution is. I don't know. But there is something, it's about like it's pushing it closer to source. And so maybe there is a gap. The word desmosome is popping into my mind. And I think a desmosome is a gap junction in cellular lining, maybe in the intestines, maybe in the stomach. I don't remember. Sagittarius, there you are. I'm just playing. Now, every time I say something even remotely scientific, it's going to remind me of Sagittarius. Desmosomes are specialized adhesive protein complexes that localize to intracellular junctions and are responsible for maintaining the mechanical integrity of tissues. The term desmosome was coined by Joseph Schaefer in 1920 and has its origins in Greek words for bond, desmo, and body, soma. And there's that Saturnian bond thing again. Bonds of the body, but it's like bonds between bodies. Where did I hear about Desmosomes? I know, like, it was in some kind of class. This ain't. What is this? I'm trying to look at the pictures. I really got to go to the bathroom. Linker proteins? I don't know. Desmosome just came into my mind. Don't ask me what. I've reached my limit. So I hope you all have a good whatever whenever you see this. I hope you're acting in alignment to make all that you wish to experience your reality and whatever this is, whatever you're doing, wherever you are. I wish you the best. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and then I'm gonna. Oh, I do. I could extend this on my other channel. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, I think I'll do that. All right, I'll catch y'all later. I'm gonna go to the restroom. Bye.